Rwanda Stock Exchange. As to thank all the participants who tell us the CEO of Rwanda Stock Exchange to give us his opening remarks. CEO, please, you're welcome.
The Executive Director, Energicotel, our regulator, the Capital Markets Authority, the Director Urugu, distinguished ladies, those physically here, and those virtually present, please allow me to run a protocol. Good morning again. It is with such pleasure to welcome you this morning to Rwanda Stock Exchange mobile trading floor to witness this great event of celebrating and welcoming Energicotel PLC with its maiden corporate bond. A round of applause, please, for those who have contributed and who are still involved with this great achievement. Honestly, it personally makes me happy to see Energicotel, such a young but very ambitious and promising company. One could rank in the SME category, making it to the and making history, passing on as the first company in Rwanda from the many SMEs and even among all energy sector companies to use the capital market platform for raising funds. By the way, this is not the only record, because Energicotel is graduating ahead of schedule from our own capital market investment clinic. This project, which has been handling different companies in our market here, Energicotel is among the 12 companies which have done it successfully. So they are part of the first cohort of 12 of them who are undergoing an improvement plan to get them to be investor ready. So Energicotel, I could say, first ones to graduate ahead of schedule. So there is no need for the improvement plan anymore for Energicotel. Again, a round of applause for the company. Ladies and gentlemen, let me shed some light on Energicotel to those who may not be in the know. ECTL, as we shall be quoting them on the RSC boards, is an independent power producer, IPP. For those who are sophisticated in the energy sector, they understand that jargon. And they are an engineering consulting company They are involved with power purchase agreements and concessions to design, build, operate, finance, and many more things they do. I think my friend Ferdi will probably shed some more light on that, as he is the executive director of the company. So the company is involved not only in Rwanda, but also regionally. So this company is currently operating 3 hydropower plants with a combined installed capacity of 3.2 megawatts and has already supplied 17 million kilowatts of electricity to the national grid in 2020. So I don't think we should be calling them an SME anymore, because I can tell they are really already graduating to the next level. I take this opportunity, thank you very much. I think you are feeling what I feel. So I take this opportunity to also thank the government of Rwanda, ably represented here today by Honorable Ambassador Claver Gatete, Minister of Infrastructure. By the way, those of you who know Honorable Minister, you know him as the current Minister of Infrastructure. But for us in the industry, he has seen it and contributed immensely to the development of the financial markets, while governor of the central bank, and most vigorously as the Minister of Finance and Economic Planning. There is a reason why I'm saying this. The listing we have today, we are witnessing today of this corporate bond, has a lot to do with the work of our Minister of Infrastructure. Because this journey of the capital market development started a long time ago. I think it was in 2008. But the speed at which we started going by, which has eventually turned into issuing more corporate bonds, have really kicked in. That's when our Minister of Infrastructure was the then Minister of Economic Planning, Finance and Economic Planning. That's where the country started issuing regular bonds. For those of you who know the markets, they know what that means. There was a yield curve. We could only issue bonds at that time of 5 years. But from that time onwards, up to now, I can safely say that we have a yield curve going all the way to 20 years. Today in this market, the government has been able to issue 20 years maturity government bonds, which paved the way for pricing of money in this market, and still counting. So we have seen a few commercial papers coming on board from that time, and more bonds we are expecting. A few have expired. Now we have Energicotel. We would like to see many more. So again, thank you, Minister, for being with us and providing the support. Again, we are thanking the government for that. But trust me, we shall not disappoint you. It is our turn today to make you proud, as we are yet hitting another milestone in our short history as a market. We are registering our 11th company from a domestic pool of companies from the real private sector, which successfully of 3.5 billion, the funds will be used and injecting their daily operations. So we expect them to be raising the second round in the next few months. However, what makes it even more interesting is this 5th transaction we are recording today after the 3 listings we've had last year, June, August, and the last quarter of last year, plus one major listing early this year, in addition to several other income, in addition to other securities from the government which have listed in this past year and a half against all the odds. I'm glad to say that we are blessed to remain resilient, only shedding 1.79% on our domestic market index and around 0.67% on our all-share index so far this year. As you know, markets are going through hard times, but so far we see some resilience in our side. So I do think that we are blessed for that. The total transaction value in the market during this period of the pandemic period so far is around 546 billion Rwanda francs between money raised since last year and the secondary market trading. As you know, the capital market business is all about capital formation, term savings into the most productive sectors and competitive sectors of the economy. Today's event is no stranger to that theory, as Energicotel could have not been on point, as it has chosen to use the same route as a way of giving the opportunity to new investors to be part of their journey and keep enjoying the spoils of the long-term investment plans. A return of 13.75% per annum payable by annually isn't a bad investment, by all means. So the decision for Energicotel PLC to use our young bourse is yet another vote of confidence in our market ability to mobilize resources despite the current crisis the world economy is going through. We are still going to keep a leadership role as a gateway to investment opportunities for Rwanda and the EAC region. Why not the continent? As we are creating an international financial center in Rwanda, I think the country is gearing up for being a center for finance and business for the region and the continent. So as for the RSE, by having Energicotel additional fundraise through this bond, we are increasing our menu in diversification for investors in our market, and the fact that the company is one of the leading IPPs in Rwanda, it is an added value, especially since they are heavily involved in renewable energy and have ambitious plans for export. It does not a few additional points in saving the planet and complying with the UN's SDGs and ESGs. I hope I'm saying this right. My friend Nick maybe is not here from the Rwanda Finance, or anybody from Fonerwa. They could explain more on this, because when we talk about green finance, that's what we're talking about. So these types of projects will be attracting other value investors beyond Rwanda, and the company will surely bank on this to keep excelling in superior service to the private sector and the economy at large. I can keep going on and on, but I don't want to get in the way of better speakers ahead, as time is running out. So this was just a welcome note. Our guest of honor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for honoring our invitation, and we would like to thank Energicotel PLC for having taken this decision to come to our platform to remind us that we can do it. You make us proud. Turabakiriye na yombi muri Isanga muri Rwanda Stock Exchange. Wealth, a way of life. I thank you, murakoze.
Thank you, CEO. And once again, of our regulators. I'd like to welcome Executive Director Eric Bondugu from CMA to give us his remarks. Thank you.
Honorable Director, CEO of Access to Finance Rwanda, market players, all protocol observed, good morning. It is with a great pleasure that I stand here today to witness the listing of the 3.5 Rwandan francs billion first tranche of Energicotel long-term bond program on the Rwanda Stock Exchange. This is a great achievement of the company, and join me in congratulating the Board of Directors and the management of Energicotel for this unprecedented milestone. On behalf of the Capital Market Authority, I will want to thank Energicotel's commitment to be part of the development of the Rwandan capital market bond segment and the market industry at large. Today's achievement of Energicotel would have not happened without a commendable commitment of all relevant players within the Rwandan capital market industry towards maintaining a conducive business and regulatory friendly environment that will allow Rwandan private sector businesses to tap into the capital market long-term financing. Thank you, Energicotel, for stepping forward. Thank you to all government and private sector players, as well as development partners that have not only welcomed you, but supported you towards this journey. Really appreciate. The successful subscription of the 3.5 billion first tranche of growing appetite for more and diverse products creates opportunity for investors. Hotel continued success. This listing of Energicotel corporate bonds remains so far SME business in Rwanda that is able to access the stock market. Secondly, it's the first Rwandan company operating in the energy sector. And finally, a third corporate bond that has been issued in our market since inception of the industry. You may want to know who else have so far taken this journey. So we have 2 corporate bonds that have been issued in the past by 2 companies. One is I&M Bank Rwanda in 2008, when we were starting the market. The second, it was by International Finance Corporation, IFC, a member of the World Bank. That was in 2013. So both corporate bonds have matured, and we really want to thank again Energicotel for reviving the bond segment of the capital market industry. To encourage further Energicotel and other private sector businesses towards capital market financing of their business expansion, The Capital Market Authority, in collaboration with key stakeholders, both at the policy and market levels, continue to develop and deepen further our local market in Rwanda. This is to ensure a liquid, diversified, and well-regulated local capital market to continue serving as an essential source of local currency financing in Rwanda, without forgetting to small and medium enterprises, SME. As you all know, a better developed domestic capital market will for sure allocate capital more efficiently for better risk sharing, while also providing an alternative source of additional banking financing with a view to provide better pricing and longer tenure. Thank you, Energicotel, for really challenging the traditional financing mechanism. We are all used to financing through banks, and I'm sorry to the bankers that we are bringing a financing tool to really challenge you, but we are all trying to diversify the source of financing. So it's more has a specific nature of financing business expansion. So the capital market industry is here to complement or to supplement the existing. Now, specifically on the bond segment, you may want to understand what is being done to really encourage more private sector to tap into the bond segment. I'll mention three key, quickly, areas that we are working on. First of all, we are trying to improve the framework for bond market development, and especially strengthening liquidity in the secondary market. This is really essential to really develop the bond segment, and this will help us support additional issuance of corporate bonds into the market, providing more solid yield curve and price reference. As you all know, the price reference of Energicotel is going to be used by further companies to issue. Second, we are trying also to develop and build capacity of the investor base, because as you know, when you issue a bond, you need investors to really tap into this product. So we are trying to build capacity, institutional capacity building for investors. These are pension funds, insurance companies, and other fund managers. And I can see Rwanda Social Security Board represented here. So we really look forward to work with you to really strengthen this institutional investor base. Third and last, that we are trying to work to really encourage the bonds issuance is we are aiming to support demonstration projects or transactions that have a catalytic impact on provision of long-term finance. This initiative will expand the bond issuance by engaging potential issuers and intermediaries to identify, process, and bring to the market issuance that will later motivate greater access to long-term funding. And this will also help to other players within the sectors that they represent. Today we know that Energicotel is the first energy company, and we really look forward for more energy companies to follow the trend of what Energicotel is showing us today. My special thanks goes to Access to Finance Rwanda, AFR, for your commitment towards capital market development, especially through AFR recent support to the CMA in conducting a feasibility study of securitization in Rwanda. Thank you very much, Bosco, Yacho, and your team. The feasibility study included a set of demonstration projects into energy and banking sector. Energicotel's successful entrance in our domestic capital market. Together, I mean CMA, Rwanda Stock Exchange, AFR, and first tranche of its long-term in thanking and congratulating I recognize are our associate and co-advocates, the legal firm, PwC as the accounting firm, and finally, to the success. Congratulates the board. Managing a great strategic investment decision in considering financing of the company's business expansion through the capital market. We wish Energicotel a great continued success as you embark on important phases of your corporate development journey. You can count on CMA's continued support. Thank you all for your kind attention, and God bless you.
Eric, for such wonderful remarks. Like he noted that without the combined effort from different partners, we wouldn't make it where we are today. So allow me to welcome Country Director, Access to Finance, to give us his remark. You're welcome.
Eric Mundugu has highlighted the journey, which was indeed a long but rewarding journey. These achievements to Eric. Your advice was very welcome in every step. BK Capital and our sister company, FSD Africa, that brought in some technical assistance as well, but also the various consultants on this transaction that were highlighted. So thank you very much. As you know, across all stages of their life cycle, SMEs require access to appropriate sources of financing for their creation, their survival, and their growth, and make contributions to employment, growth, and social inclusion. Although SMEs' access to bank finance has been increasing in Rwanda, some market failures and structural challenges remain. And that was very highlighted in our recent Finscope survey, 2020. There is a need really to broaden the range of financing instruments available to SMEs and entrepreneurs in Rwanda in order to address diverse financing needs in varying circumstances. So increase SMEs' resilience to changing conditions in credit markets and improve their contribution to economic growth. Alternative financing instruments offer opportunities to meet SME financing needs. It remains underdeveloped in most countries, including Rwanda, due mainly to the demand and supply side barriers. Capital market is often operate in thin, illiquid financial markets with low number of participants and limited exit options for. But of recent, and you have seen efforts to financial offer for SMEs. And today we are witnessing the official launch of the listing and trading of Energicotel PLC corporate bonds on the Rwanda Stock Exchange. So congratulations, all the stakeholders that we have been working together in this journey. So this is a clear demonstration for us that financing SMEs through capital market is possible. As a model, and will facilitate replication to enable Rwandan capital market to serve more businesses as an alternative source of affordable and appropriate capital for their growth, and that's the growth of SMEs. So the capital market, by their very nature, support efficient allocation of resources, and that will, among others, be key in financing long-term private and public projects. So we hope that this project, bond, will blaze a trail for use of capital market as financing platform for corporates and SMEs in need of capital so as to accelerate Rwanda's inclusive growth and through increased aggregate investment and creation of meaningful jobs opportunities. So as I conclude, our new strategic plan covering the next 5 years, especially in its pillar focusing on finance for growth and jobs, we emphasize our commitment to support the government of Rwanda strategy of positioning Rwanda as a hub for high the capital market that will provide required funding to support the private sector and Rwanda's development objective. And we look forward to your continued collaboration. So once again, congratulations to Energicotel, Board of Directors, management, the entire team that tirelessly worked hard to bring this transaction to this level. Thank you for making history. I thank you all for your attention, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. And before we welcome the Executive Director of Energicotel to play us a short video about Energicotel.
Electricity is a key driver to socio-economic growth and development. Rwanda currently generates 235 megawatts, and the target is to and entrepreneurs will access electricity at affordable and many others. An independent power producer has pioneered issuing a corporate bond of its investors.
An independent power we have 3 operating plants totaling an we have like Kea here where we are. It is the capacity of 2.2 megawatts. We also have Mora located in the Rutsiro district. It has power capacity of 0.68 megawatts. We find Kimbi capacity and this also is located in Rutsiro district.
Investors, whether institutions or individuals, would like to know the purpose of the money raised from this corporate. Down for us, Energicotel's investment plans.
Concerning the investment, Energicotel plan to grow up to capacity. Rwanda Stock Exchange to implement the project in the country and across the border in Africa. We have 3 projects at the final stage of their feasibility study. We have Lihanda small hydropower project in Kenya, located in Kisumu, with an installed capacity of 3 megawatts. We also have Gweru solar power project. This is in Zimbabwe. It will be having an installed capacity of 5 megawatts to be upgraded up to 25 megawatts. Now the third one is the Magma Energy Limited. This is a joint venture with another company, the energy from the Lake Kivu, and with an installed capacity of 3.6 megawatts at the initial phase.
Access to Finance Rwanda is largely known for supporting financial inclusion and support.
More sources of alternative sources of financing in the capital market, because the capital market in Rwanda is nascent, but it has a huge potential in terms of instruments that would serve SMEs to grow and create more employment. So that's so my message to the other SMEs that are in this sector is that they should come closer to the Capital Market Authority, to AFR, and to the Rwanda Stock Exchange to understand how they would source funding or capital from this market, which is an alternative to what they have now. And it provides more I would say more possibilities because there are so many instruments that are beyond what they can get in the market.
All is set for the maiden issuance of an energy corporate bond on the Rwanda Stock Exchange on Monday, July 26, 2021, following the successful approval by the regulator, Capital Market Authority. Mr. Celestine Iwabukamba, the CEO of Rwanda Stock Exchange, runs us through the readiness of RSE to trade Energicotel corporate bond.
Yes, the Rwanda Stock Exchange is a marketplace. It's a company which was created as a platform for helping the economy raise long-term finance for the economy and provide a platform for the general public to invest their money in trusted environment. The third thing was to promote good corporate governance within companies. Well, it's very good news because now it's as you're saying, it's the first energy company to come to the market, and it's not a listing of the company itself. It's a corporate bond they are issuing. Normally, people are used to the central bank issuing government bonds on behalf of government. So now it's a private real sector kind of company in energy sector, solid company. I would say mid to large company doing this. It's a good example, and they should be paving the way for the other companies out there to start looking into the capital markets as another avenue to raise long-term finance for their businesses, because the capital market is a place where you can raise long-term finance, and which is cheaper than what you can get normally in a traditional banking system, but they complement each other, of course, but also because you get money from different investors, they share the risk, and that's what makes the money cheaper.
Prospective investors need assurance that the bond will turn a good return on investment at the end of the day, amidst these tough economic times globally. Mr. Kalisa gives assurance and why it is the wisest idea to invest in Energicotel corporate bond.
The assurance that I can give to our investors is that in the corporate bond, Energicotel is financially sound, as indicated in our prospectus. With all our projects in the pipeline, and the current operating plant, we can assure all investors that based on the power demand in the country and across the borders, in the region, especially in Africa, power is highly needed, thus giving hope that the produced power will be fully consumed. And this, in turn, is going to be a source of income for the company.
Thank you once again. That having said, allow me to welcome Executive Director, Energicotel, Mr. Freddy. You're most welcome.
It's very hard to put a mask on my joy this morning. Honorable Minister of Infrastructure, Ambassador Gatete Claver, Acting Executive Director, Capital Market Authority, Mr. Wondugu Eric, the Managing Director, Rwanda Stock Exchange, Mr. Rwabukumba Celestin, the Chairman, Board of Directors of EPC Holding, the main shareholder of Energicotel PLC, Mr. Emmanuel Morangira, Pastor actually, and Mr. at the same time. All protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, good morning, Ngaramzi. Allow me to recognize among us some guests who came all the way from Zimbabwe. We have Farai. Can you wave to recognize your presence? Farai Tambuzo from Zimbabwe. We've got Ms. Tariro Munangwaga. Say hi to the present, to the guests. So they are our friends. They are in a country and they heard about our event and they were happy to join us. Thank you for blessing us with your presence. On behalf of shareholders, Board of Directors and staff, I welcome you all to the official launch ceremony of listing and trading of Energicotel corporate bond on Rwanda Stock Exchange. I wish to thank you all for taking time off your busy schedule. I recognize that it's a Monday morning. Seeing Dr. Diane Karusis here, seeing Philippe, seeing Gilbert, and Ron Weiss, Arma, Wondugu, Honorable Minister, this morning, it means a lot to us. Thank you for blessing us. Dr. Ndahiro, thank you for blessing us with your presence. I wish to thank you all for to even take, let me say risk, because we are all under the pressure of COVID-19 pandemic, but even taking this step to come here, we really take it. We honor your presence. Also, allow me to thank in particular way the founders of Energicotel PLC because for their vision, resilience, contribution to the journey that has led us to this moment. I'd also like to thank our partners, stakeholders who have worked with us this memorable journey of growth. I'll name, first of all, Government of Rwanda, represented by Honorable Minister Gatete this morning, because we are partners in this journey, because this project started as a PPPP initiative, private-public partnership, RDB, and to our close partner REG, presented by Ron Weiss, CEO of Rwanda Energy Group, and Mr. Almazi Ngiro, the Managing Director of AUCL. Thank you for blessing us with your presence this morning. I would like to thank Bank of Kigali in a particular way. Dr. Jan Karusis and your team, we couldn't have made it to this day without your contribution. Thank you. Irene, thank you. Desiree, thank you. Levi, thank you so much. And other colleagues who are not here, but I just saw faces and then just Akone, but I know there's such a big team behind what you do. You do a great job. Thank you, Karine, BK Capital, and your team, Alan and everyone. I don't know how I can thank the regulator, Capital Market Authority. I really can't thank you enough, Mr. Eric Bundugu, for your guidance you provided for us to fulfill the statutory requirements. Over the next couple of days, after today's vital moment, we all long to witness the bell ringing. Energicotel PLC hopes for a warm support by Rwanda Stock Exchange in the last mile of this transaction, which is listing and trading. I would like, in particular way, also to thank Access to Finance Rwanda, Mr. Yach Bosco and your team. Thank you for your continued effort and support for SMEs to explore available financing opportunities in the capital market. At Energicotel PLC, we thank you for supporting us to become the pioneer beneficiary of this noble agenda. Thank you for your continued support. Our appreciation goes also to our partners in this journey, transaction advisors, legal advisors, consultants. Again, BK Capital is coming back. Thank you, Karine and your team. PwC, RR Associates, MMC Asafo, represented by Mr. George Rwagumya. I don't know if he's here. I know he was traveling. He told me he will try to make it, but yeah, I will thank him later personally, but he really contributed a lot in this journey. And also as an advisor and also a former board member of Energicotel. To all individuals who played a role in this effort, we are grateful to you. I can just recognize the presence of just two or three individuals who contributed a lot in terms of advisory at the personal level, because I remember the journey we started 7 years ago when Energicotel started this ambition. I was the first project manager, and I couldn't have made it without support, the daily support of my wife, Ines Mutoni. Can you wave? My mentor and my pastor, Tai Gregory. Can you wave? The first IPP in Rwanda, for those who don't know. He's the first IPP in Rwanda. You have been a true inspiration. Thank you. So, allow me. It's a bit emotional day. Allow me. So, in Energicotel PLC, in Africa, they say it takes an entire community to raise a child. We all recognize that. Exactly when I was 7 years old, I was taken to primary school. And today, I'm a father of two, and I know what it takes to raise a child. So Energicotel indeed was raised as a child. The journey started in 2014, and today, that child now is taken public. And I can see the entire community behind this child. And today, on last Friday, I celebrated 37 years, and I want to see Energicotel when it's 37 years old, also still standing and say, I'm successful, like I can say today. And I owe this to many people, like I just mentioned, advisors, family members, everyone. For those I didn't mention the name, please just know that I recognize each and every contribution you did. There's no business without people. Business it's there for people. Thank you to all individuals. So let me now talk a little bit about why are we here, why Energicotel went to capital market. We have a vision and ambition to grow a Pan-African company as an IPP, also as an engineering consulting company. What we want, Rwanda is very located strategically between the Francophone and English-speaking countries. So this gives us an opportunity to access the market in the English-speaking countries and French-speaking countries. And geographically also, it gives us also an opportunity to enter into the DRC market because, as you know, it's a very large market and with a lot of mining and with 80 million population. So energy being electrical and digital, we believe we can ride on the African Union free trade area and do the cross-border trading and service delivery and expand our market. That's Energicotel's ambition. The next tranche, we are planning to use it into the feasibility study and enlarging the market, where we could even generate in Rwanda, but distribute our power at our neighbors, being Bukavu, Goma, and all the way to Egypt, because we believe we can interconnect. We can take the examples of US, Europe, and Asia, where they have regional interconnection power pool. And with technology today, it's possible. I'm sure my friend here on West can testify that it is possible technically. And I know there are so many policies at the governmental level, even political level, regionally, that can allow us to do this business. So, to our new investors, again, Rwanda's Social Security Board, Mr. Philip, you are just joining Energicotel at the right time. Mr. Gilbert, RSSB and the Agaciro Development Fund, you are joining us at the right time. Again, Karusis, you have also again believed in another step of our dream again, as we talk about expansion strategy for the next 5 years of taking Energicotel from 3.2 megawatts of power generation to 40 megawatts of power generation before 2024. I believe you are not going to regret the decision you have taken today. May I ask the audience, please, to appreciate our new investors. They are not the only new investors on this new journey we just started. We've got also retail investors. Some of them, they say it wasn't necessary to mention their names, but anyway, it's public, so whoever wants to check who are the new investors, information is public. And I just wanted to say, whoever wants to invest in Energicotel, this is the right time, because the train has started the journey and the destination is very clear and interest is assured. 13.75% return on investments secured. We've got an account with a reserve well secured and well guarded, so that to make sure that all the income come, revenues come, and to make sure that the bond holders, the bond investors are first to be paid. Before I get my salary, they will get their return. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know this is a special day. I would like to give a special thanks to Energicotel and EPC Holding corporate team for the hard work, the sleepless nights that we have put. Let me say we, because we are a team. I'm part of the team. So you can just clap for yourself and congratulate yourself. And some of those members who are here, you can just push your hand up and just so they recognize your presence. Congratulations. In Kinyarwanda, when there's that day when you have given your bride, gutanga umugeni. That day when you wasohoye umugeni, right? Yeah, so this is that day. Umukobwa wacu twamusohoye, yarashimwe, yarakowe, kandi abashimye umukobwa wacu, it's just starting a long-term relationship, and the family is getting larger. Thank you, Honorable Minister, for honoring us and blessing us with your presence. Murakoze.
Thank you very much. Like you just highlighted, the train has just started. And to assure you, say that before he's paid, make sure that all the investors in this corporate bond are paid. So, like they said, the capital market is very secure and very transparent. Thank you, Freddie. Honorable Minister, again, it's a pleasure to welcome you. Please, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. When you get used to this one, it's always a new orientation to start without it. Board members and management of the Energicotel, board members and management of the Capital Market Authority and the Rwanda Stock Exchange, all the CEOs, I see so many heading the banks, see Becker, I see so many others around, and so many other CEOs, including Ron Weiss, who is heading our energy company, the media fraternity, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is with great pleasure and honor for me to launch Energicotel corporate bond and its official listing on the Rwanda Stock Exchange. It's indeed exciting to witness the first ever indigenous private energy company to successfully list a corporate bond on our stock exchange. I congratulate all parties that have worked tirelessly to ensure this historical listing becomes a success. As you all know, the role of capital market is critical for sustainable growth of any economy, not only the Rwanda one, but globally any economy. Capital market is the main contributor of long-term financial resources through many products available, which are channeled to various investments. I want just to echo what Mr. Bundugu mentioned, that the capital market is not a competitor of the banking system. Whoever lists on the capital market, all the money ends up with the banking system. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. I'm told that the current market capitalization, including listed stocks and bonds on our exchange, is about 4.6 billion, which is around 43% of our GDP. In addition, the total funds raised in the last 10 years of the existence of the stock exchange is $1.15 billion US dollars, but if secondary trading is included, it goes up to 1.5 billion US dollars. This comes after yet another big highlight, where last year the Rwanda Stock Exchange reached an important milestone. The exchange registered the 10th listed company, thus making Rwanda qualify for the annual World Bank Doing Business report. This is a list of countries that have stock markets that qualify for the assessment on protection of minority shareholders, like this one. This is quite commendable achievement in such a short time. It is important to note that to date, there are 10 companies listed on our stock exchange and 28 outstanding bonds, including this one we are listing today. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Energicotel is the latest company to list on the stock exchange. It is a subsidiary of EPC Africa Group, as mentioned, which is a private structure of several companies with a head office here in Kigali that specializes in power generation, transmission, and distribution, among other services. Energicotel is a strong partner in Rwanda's energy sector development and has worked with us, the Rwanda Energy Group and the Ministry of Infrastructure, in all the above areas, meaning generation, transmission, and distribution of the energy. As mentioned, they have their own power plants, the Kea, Nhora, and Chimbiri, and have constructed many of our power transmission lines, distribution lines, and energy access in almost all the provinces of our country, connecting homes, schools, health centers, and other economic activities, institutions, and companies. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today we applaud Energicotel being the first company in energy and infrastructure in general to issue a corporate bond on the stock exchange so as to finance their own projects. Congratulations, Energicotel, for reaching this important milestone. This adds more resources indeed to our energy sector development that will help to achieve the government's target of 100% electricity access countrywide by the year 2024. This is also a good signal that the market is slowly getting ready for the private sector to tap into the opportunities the market has to offer, with a target to have a private sector-led economy. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in a special way, I would like to thank the management of Rwanda Stock Exchange, assisted by the Capital Market Authority and the Ministry of Finance, for the support to the Energicotel through the Investment Clinic program, which prepares and supports 12 SMEs for future listing on the stock exchange. This has been one of them. Keep up the good job, Rwanda Stock Exchange. I would also like to thank the management of the Capital Market Authority to continuously develop the capital market to its current level. I'm sure the Capital Market Authority, you remember that some few years ago, about 10 years ago, there was nothing like some of the organizations which I've seen here. There was no access to Finance Rwanda, there was no Agaciro Development Fund, no Ejo Heza, definitely not BK Capital, there was no Rwanda National Investment Trust, and the financial hub which we are building today wasn't available. It's now that we are doing it so that we can have a real financial hub in the country. And some of you remember the government teams that visited many countries, Singapore, London, Jersey, to learn about what other countries have done so that we can build our own. But now we are happy that the situation has changed and changed for good. The government of Rwanda, through the Ministry of Finance and the Central Bank, will definitely continue to support the capital market development to achieve its objective of mobilizing long-term savings to support the growth of our economy. I therefore call upon other firms in and outside Rwanda to reciprocate this initiative and make use of available investment climate. We definitely need more resources in the capital market for the real estate. We've been encouraging most of the companies, including RSSB, to see how they can establish the real estate investment trust. We need more investment in other areas of infrastructure, in agriculture, in technology, and many other areas that are critical to develop our own economy. Finally, I would like to thank the Rwanda Stock Exchange for organizing this listing event, and once again, congratulations to Energicotel for being the pioneer in energy sector to list on our stock exchange. I'm now glad to declare that Energicotel is officially open for commencement of trading. I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, and I would like to request you to stay here. So I would invite the CEO, Rwanda Stock Exchange, Executive Director, CMA, Executive Director, Energicotel. The next event that we have been waiting for, it's opening officially Energicotel and listing it on the stock exchange. So I would like to welcome here. We have Plaquet. Thank you very much. So we have officially opened Energicotel corporate bond, like they all cited. This is one of the kind of bond from the investment clinic project that you're officially opening today. Like Freddie continually mentioned, as it was so emotional, the market was so emotional, but ready to start trading the bond. Thank you very much. The next step, I would like to invite the trading teams to the trading floor. These are the people who will be buying and selling your bonds on your behalf. So I would like David to take up his team and welcome Honorable Minister and the team. Would like to welcome at the trading floor so that we officially ring the bell for the commencement and trading of the Energicotel corporate bond. Probably so at the stock exchange, when they ring the bell, that means you are officially starting the trading. So, Honorable Minister, you ring the bell. So this is traditional, don't be shocked. So this means officially Energicotel has started trading to the stock exchange. In the interest of time, allow me, as the members are shouting their offers and bids, it will only take a few seconds. Then from there we can have a group photo session. So at the stock exchange, we have got equities and bonds. We have got, like they said, we have got 10 listed companies. So every day we trade from 10 to midday. That's both for the equities and the bonds.
Thank you. So we just have an offer on Energicotel of 20 million at per 100 Rwandan francs. So that's what we have so far. The rest we're just going to keep on trading because as the minister said, we still have 10 companies that are trading. So the trading will commence anyway. Thank you.
Thank you. I would request so that we take a photo session from here. Yeah, I would request the photograph team to help us. Doctor? I would also request trading members. Trading members without the red jackets. The photo wouldn't be beautiful. And also we would request the management of RSC and CMA if they are around. Yeah, some can go at the back, probably. Yes. It's okay? Okay. Thank you very much. So the trading will continue. Thank you very much. And once again, Minister, thank you very much. Thank you to our guests. As our ceremony is coming to an end, feel free to mingle, do business, get to know each other. Also to let you know that breakfast is still served just outside there. Those ones who have not taken breakfast, feel free to take your breakfast as you continuously interact with each other. And also for the media team, this will be the next session. It will be one-on-one. So if you want to ask 1 or 2 questions to any of our guests, feel free.
Thank you.